Hi, and welcome to the Women Technology Council Leadership Video Series. My name is Sarah Johnson, and I'm a third year majoring in electrical and computer engineering. Here with me today is Caroline Watteeuw, the founder of Innovation Through Technology and a seasoned business executive. Caroline has spent most of her career in financial services as a chief technology officer, and today she'll be sharing some of her experiences in the technology industry with us. Caroline, welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah.
You've built a career on innovation through technology. Are there any particular skills sought after for students looking at careers in IT, computer science, or any other trends that students should be looking at and should be aware of?
First of all, when you work on innovation, you really need to understand the audience where you want to bring the innovation to. So I think one of the most important skills that people should have is really listening to people. It's listening to people about what are the problems that they're facing or challenging, and always be on the outlook on how you can actually apply technology to solve some of these challenges or issues. And you never know where they're going to pop up.
With that, what are some advice do you have for New York Tech students who are planning their career, or any advice or suggestions that you would want to give them who are still unsure about what career path?
I think I have to admit that it took me a couple of years to really understand what I wanted to do. I mean, I started off as a bioengineering student, and I actually got a second degree in computer science. So it's not like I started my career saying I would like to be a great CIO or CTO. That's not how I started. I think the best advice that I would give is you really need to understand what you actually like to do and what you are passionate about.
Definitely finding your passion and everything. Like, I'm passionate in engineering. How did you get started in bioengineering? You said was your first degree?
I was just fascinated with the contribution of biology to the wellness of society, and really how biology could actually work in the bioengineering field and bring some very new components to life. And because I really felt very happy doing equations, believe it or not, I mean, if somebody can do that, that's really pushed me towards really going more closer to bioinformatica, which in my time was all lumped together in the bioengineering group. So that's how I really adventured into that. Then when I actually got the dream job, I thought I really didn't like it. So I got then fascinated by how people were actually using computers in their daily life, and specifically how mathematics could actually impact how people were looking at data and how they could perceive notions of patterns inside data. And that's how I really moved more towards pure computer science and mathematics. And that then brought me to financial services.
So with the importance of like mentors, who are some of your mentors and how do they influence you?
To me, the importance of a mentor is that it's somebody who really can give you some advice on how to make certain decisions, even simply just talking through decisions that are difficult to make because they're choices that will impact you for life. Like, for example, if you are looking to move into the next job, and how are you going to judge if that is actually an advancement to where your career goals? How do you even put your career goals down on paper so you can track a progression? I think mentors can help you with that tremendously. I think students who have that opportunity should take it, and they should cherish it, and they should really try to build the relationship with their mentor if they have a chance.
Yeah. how did you, whether it was like between your transition in between careers, how did you find inspiration, or who were some of your role models and heroes?
You know, my role model originally was Marie Curie. And I thought she was an amazing scientist. And she actually gave her life for science, because at the end of the day, she died because of radioactive contamination. So I thought she was a tremendous role model. And I read very early on a very good biography about her life and what she all needed to do to accomplish what she did. So I really looked up to her. And then later on, I just met along the way people who had achieved success in their career, but still found enough time to give back to society. Um, and, you know, I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to give you the name because these people don't really mean anything to you. But to me, they were very important, and they had great foundations, and they were always there. You could pick up the phone, and although, you know, one of them was a CEO of a major bank, he always had time to talk to somebody who was a couple of levels below, and that was okay. Um, Later on, one of the figures that I admired the most was um, Indra Nooyi, and you might have heard that name. You know, she was the CEO of PepsiCo, and she's a phenomenal force. I mean, she made a decision that she was going to redirect PepsiCo to have, instead of just having snacks, to also have better for you products. And the board didn't like that because it was a very difficult decision. It also impacted the bottom line, but she just felt that that was the right thing to do, and she persisted with it. So along my career, I mean, along my life, I have to say, I have met a lot of people, very diverse people, who I really, really like, and who I could have great conversations with, who I felt were interested in me, and who could give me some very unbiased advice.
Is there any advice that you would give someone when they're going on their first job interview?
Yeah, I would say be honest, be transparent, um, ask a lot of questions about what you actually would be doing. Make sure that it is something that you're excited about. Make sure that it's something, a job or a position that you are passionate about and that you will be learning. So you want to ask the person who's interviewing you, what is their policies about continued education? Do they let you go to seminars? Do they let you attend some relevant conferences? Because a lot of companies, you know, when they hire people at the junior entry levels, they don't allow that. And I think that is very important, specifically at the beginning of your career, that you're exposed to other companies and leaders in the field that you have chosen.
Yes, it's very important. Well, thank you for joining us, Caroline. It has been a pleasure talking with you, and we appreciate you sharing your thoughts and advice with us today.
Thank you, Sarah. I think good luck. I am sure that you will have a really great career.